Good morning, all of you Namasters. It's so good to see all of you this beautiful Friday morning. We are smiling, we are shining, we are allowing the light to penetrate and to fill us completely. And I'm so happy to be here today. In fact, today we're going to do something a little different, and I'm very excited about this. Usually I kind of start things off, and then Vicky and others just sort of piggyback onto that. But we're going to reverse the chairs a little bit and ask Vicky if she would launch us into the stratosphere and lift our souls and our hearts. So I'm going to turn it over to our dear sister Vicky, and she's going to start us all off, and we will go from there. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning, James. Good morning, everybody. Well, Jimmy, you gave me the perfect opening with that music. Really, the only time we really smile from our hearts when it pours out of us is when we're not looking to get anything or run from anything. Nothing to lose and nothing we're trying to gain, just to try and give everything that's pouring through us. So, Jimmy, this being Story Week, I was very excited to share this little story with you, especially since yesterday you all met my sister Noreen. If you were here, you saw her. And in fact, she's here now that we're all packing up. And this is a story, a once upon a time story. And I don't think you've heard it, Jimmy. So I'm not sure, but this is what happened. So once upon a time, in a land far away called Quincy, Big Louie, who was our father, wild and wonderful, he had an episode. Some people called it a heart attack. And in the midst of the heart attack, he was in this wonderful big white room with lots of angels attending to him, about to go into big surgery. And my sister Noreen, who you saw yesterday, my twin soul sister, was with him. And before he was knocked out or before anything started, he had an experience. And he said, "Oh, don't you see? Don't you see? It's so simple." And he was pouring a pitcher of water. That's what he was saying. He said, "See, I'm pouring the pitcher of water. And don't you see, the more you pour, the more comes out. It never goes away. You just have to keep pouring. You got that, kid?" He'd all call us kid. "Kid, you got that? You just keep pouring." One of the best examples I've known in my life, one of the best little stories of just give. But the time we're ready to give is sometimes through the gift of desperation when we're knocked down and we have nothing else, or the gift of great freedom and we want nothing here, nothing but God's will be done in us, nothing but the light shine and give. There she is, Narini. There's with her granddaughter. Can you see her?
Well, hi, good morning.
I'm telling them about Daddy pouring the pitcher.
We were just hearing a story about Big Louie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to save it for Vicky.
Anyway, so that was one thing. And then another thing that Louis used to say all the time, he spoke Arabic. And he said, "Kid, sit." No, this one I'll tell you. He said, "Kinnu makan." And I say, "Daddy, what does kinnu makan mean?" "Kinnu makan," he says, "it means now you see it, now you don't." I said, "What does that mean?" "Kid, now you see everything, but then you don't see anything." And of course, what's he talking about? We see with the eyes of love, the heart of love. And when fear enters in, we see nothing. It becomes black. Kinnu makan. Now you see it, now you don't. So don't go to now you don't. And it's only fear that makes us blind. And it's only with the heart that we can see rightly.
Oh,
so those are my Louis stories. I have more for another day.
Kinnu McCann, that sounds like something from the Lion King.
It does, right. Kinnu McCann, that's Arabic. Kinnu McCann. Now you see it, now you don't.
Oh, I love those lessons. Just keep pouring your heart, never stop. That's the secret.
Never stop.
Never
and then
stop giving.
Never. And then when he went to have the operation, the doctors came to us to sign a disclaimer. They said, "Listen, your father is not a candidate for this operation. We want to tell you that now ahead of time. His lungs are black." He was a baker with flour. He cannot take the anesthesia. He is going to pass on the table. We want to make sure you understand that. And Louis had said to them, listen, kid, I don't care what you do. You treat me like your father, everything's going to be fine. So the doctors went in because he requested it, and they operated, and they came out, 3 of them came out of the operating room at Beth Israel Hospital in Boston, and they said, this was a classic textbook case. It was perfect. Nothing, everything that could have gone wrong didn't. And your father is going to be fine. And he lived another 15 years. I think it was 15 or 20 years more. Anyway, those are my big Louis stories for today.
Man, that's great. I'm sure we all have a big Louis in our family somewhere. One of our elders who, with very simple wisdom, very simple stories, tell us what it's all about. Just keep pouring your love out. Never stop giving it away. And now you see it, now you don't. Just keep your eyes open so you always see it. And you will always see it if you keep pouring the love. Because you can't pour into a glass from a pitcher with your eyes closed. It'll be all over the place. You got to keep your eyes open. You have to keep sharing this light. You have to keep giving it away. Once again, you can't be the source of something unless it's already within you. There's that beautiful prayer that you've heard me sing. In fact, maybe I should sing it. Shall we sing a song?
Yeah, sing.
Because there's a song that you know and many others know very well that comes from a prayer for Mother Teresa. And the first time I heard that, I'll just tell you this story real quick. Vicky is very close with a wonderful man named Louis Randa, who still runs it. Does he still have the school? Yeah.
Oh, yes, still.
Yeah, the life.
Not a school, a residence now.
Okay, it's a residence. It was a school for children and adults who were developmentally disabled called the Life Experience School. And every day, or maybe 2 or 3 times a week, they would go off into the community because part of their thing was the Special Peace Corps. They would go off into the community and they would serve in food pantries or nursing homes, however they could. But before they would go out, they had a prayer that they would read that was an adaptation of the prayer of St. Francis, basically taking that one line, it is in giving that we receive, and turning it into this beautiful prayer. And so they would share this prayer, and they would go out and do this service. And I remember the first time I was ever there, I heard that prayer. I was like, and them sharing it, it was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. And so I immediately got a copy of it, and I think took it in the other room and put it to music. And of all the literally thousands of prayers and songs that I have ever done in my life, this stands out as the top 1 or 2 that I've ever shared. So why don't you give me one moment? Let me I think I'll grab my Quattro. I have so many instruments on the wall. See if we're in tune. Close enough. You'll forgive me if it's oh, you guys still there? Yeah, good. The key's frozen. All right. So this is called the servant prayer. And remember, you can't give something away unless it's already within you. When I am hungry, give me someone that I can feed. And when I am thirsty, show me someone who needs a drink. And when I'm cold, give me someone grieve. Show me someone to console. And when my cross grows too heavy and its weight I cannot bear, and when I need someone to hold me, and it seems no one is there to lighten up my heavy load, give me someone who deserves to be loved just as I do. Give me someone that I can serve, someone that I can serve. When I need some time, let me sit with one for a while. And when my heart's heavy, let me find someone to make smile. And when I'm humbled, give me someone that I can praise. And when I need to be looked after, show me someone that I can raise. When I need some understanding, show me someone who needs mine. And when I think of myself only, draw my thoughts to those who are kind. When I'm so poor, give me someone who's in need. And when my eyes are blind to what is holy, let me see the Christ in the eyes of each one whom I feed. Let me see the Christ in their eyes. When I am hungry, that seems to be the whole message right there. When I'm hungry, give me someone to feed. When I'm thirsty, give me anyone that I can give a drink to, because then and only then do I realize that it's always been within. And as Big Louie says, it's so simple. Just keep pouring that water. I don't think we can make it any more simple than that. Thank you, Vicky. Teddy, I don't know if you've been here the whole time, but I don't know if you want to share anything, but you're welcome to if you'd like.
Well, you know, I'm not sure what you guys were talking about, but I really, you know, talk about Big Louie. Last night, my brother called me, and my brother is like like hardcore New Yorker, and every other word out of his mouth has something to do with an F. And what he said was like so simple and so true. I had to ask him how he learned it, and he just knew it. You know, it's like some people just know the truth and live by it, whether you know it or not. And other people like us, we're trying to learn what's true and go through gymnastics to try to get it. It's really funny sometimes when you do see the simplicity of it, you know? And it was all about what you were just thinking about, like giving and receiving are one in truth. It's like, well, he kept on saying, Vicky, don't worry. The more you give, the more you're going to get. Now, I have no idea where he learned that. I don't even know if he can read yet. But
He's wonderful too.
but everything he said was exactly true. And it left me in like a state of wonder saying, damn, like I've been trying to do this all my life. And he just curses at me and says that what's true. So a lot like Big Louie.
Yes. Yes. I remember Big Louie very well. He kicked me out of the house more than once.
Yeah.
That's a sign that he liked you.
But he always let me back.
Yeah, exactly. Kid.
Yeah. Get out of here, kid.
All right.
Anybody else want to share anything? Anybody feeling inspired in the Zoom room? This is such a beautiful, happy lesson today. I'm glad we started off with I can't help but smiling. What a great beginning. Anybody else? All right, let's go to Namaste. Good morning, everyone. Hello, Ravi. Hello, Jeff. Hello, all of you. Would anyone like to share anything there?
I would.
Come on up, Dawn.
Let's see if I break it. No. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, it's story week, end of story week. I have a story. It's about truth, but I don't know if it's a true story. It doesn't matter. Okay, as humanity was developing on our beautiful blue planet, there was a council of very evolved people setting up rules and guidelines. And as they were speaking amongst themselves, they said, item to consider. It is truth. What shall we do with truth? And unanimously, they realized humanity was not ready for truth. So they said, what we need to do right now is hide truth from humanity. But where, oh where, will we hide truth? So one council member said, I know, we'll hide it at the top of the highest mountain, the very, very highest peak of the highest mountain on the beautiful blue planet. But another council member said, oh, no, no, no. Humanity is very adventurous. They're very curious, and they're very wise. No doubt they're going to explore and adventure, and they'll climb even the highest mountain, and they'll discover truth for themselves. So they thought and they thought and they thought. And another council member said, I know, we'll hide it at the very bottom, at the depths of the oceans. They'll never find it there. Yet another council member said, no, again, humanity is very adventuresome. They're very curious. And they're very wise. They will invent machines and they will explore even the depths of the ocean. And no doubt they will find truth for themselves. So again, they thought and pondered, where can we hide truth? And then the wisest of the elders of the council decided, I know. And she said, we'll hide truth deep in the heart of each and every person. They'll never think to look for truth there. And if and when they do, it'll show that they were ready for it. And sure enough, we are ready, and it is now. And we're discovering truth. It's just like an encoded time capsule within our DNA and within every cell of our body that the awakening and the quickening and the shift is now, and we're ready for truth, and it's so exciting. And it is a true story about truth. Thank you.
Wow. That is awesome.
Wow.
I may need to write a
Thank
song
you.
about that, Dawn. That was a great story.
Thank you.
Anybody else there want to share anything?